Hello, my dear. Your psychologist Kate here with you. Fire, the most ancient discovery of mankind. However, what happens to matter when it burns? Matter disappears. But why? Because the universe is not made of matter. The universe is made of energy, where matter is just one of its forms. Everything that happens in our reality, matter, heat, movement, mass, waves, everything is the flow of this energy from one form to another. For example, heat can cause movement, and movement can cause friction and heat. A great example of energy transferring from one form to another is the combustion reaction. It creates light and heat. Light feeds animals through photosynthesis, while the heat gives us a unique opportunity to enjoy the taste of these animals with the help of barbecue. The light of the sun, grass, beef, and your stomach. As you can see, the causal sequence of all events in this world is determined not by matter at all, but by where energy flows. If at the moment of energy transition the substance is preserved, then this is a physical phenomenon. If at the moment of energy transition the substance changes, then this is a chemical phenomenon. Matter is energy conserved in small particles of atoms, each of which consists of smaller particles, core protons and shell electrons. Electrons, shell particles, are capable of transforming matter. For example, if several atoms come together under one electron shell, a molecule is formed. This is more complex matter because one molecule contains several simpler particles, atoms. The most important thing is that at this moment, complex matter acquires new, more complex properties that simple matter does not have. For example, if we take simple matter, oxygen and hydrogen separately, then they have the same properties, gaseous, support combustion. But if the atoms of these two simple substances are grouped under one common electron cloud, then a more complex substance will be obtained. Water, with new properties: liquid, dissolution, quenching. That is, different matters has different properties that depend on its structure. The more atoms are grouped within one electron cloud, the more complex the molecule we get, and the more complex properties it can exhibit. This phenomenon is called emergence. The emergence of new properties at higher level of their organization. It surrounds us everywhere. One atom, these are simple properties, but if you collect them into a complex molecule, new amazing properties arise. You remember that the more complex matter is, the more complex properties it can exhibit. Emergence. At some point, a random combination of complex properties of organic molecules led to random replication. That is, matter reproduced its own copies. This is the moment when the inanimate turned into the living. On our planet, this happened around 3.5 billion years ago. What is the probability of such an accident? Well, very, very low. Richard Dawkins compares it to a tornado blowing over a scrap metal yard and accidentally leaving behind a Boeing 747. However, modern scientists have already managed to simulate the natural occurrence of complex organic molecules, amino acids and sugars, from simple elements. Well, give them a couple more billion years and life may well emerge. The first replicator copied molecules of itself. Our Earth is limited by its physical dimensions. Errors in replication led to mutations and copy variations. Those replicators that adapt better to the environment survived, while the rest died. This is how natural selection began to work, which over millions of years led to evolution. To survive the competition, the ancient RNA replicator was no longer enough copy yourself. First of all, he learned to protect and transmit information about himself in the form of two helices of genes, thereby becoming a DNA replicator. Then he learned to produce a ton of energy using photosynthesis. The next stage was to grow lungs to obtain even more energy through the oxidation of food. Then there was sexual reproduction, the nervous system, warm blood, and the brain. Every time the replicator found an optimal solution, it turned out to be temporary due to competition, and a new solution had to be found. It is important to understand that your body is not a replicator. Your body and nervous system are the replicator's habitat, modeled at its request. Think about it. We are service personnel and we don't copy ourselves. If not us, then who? Who lives forever? Our replicator. The DNA molecule is copied and lives forever. But children look like their parents, you say. Yes, because it benefits the replicator. And this way, the parent organisms take better care of them, and the replicator receives from the salon a completely new version of an already well-known car. The DNA replicator gives the new body a range of possible properties, genes that are activated depending on the environment. Such a system improves the survival of the organism better than exact copying of parents. To survive, it is not enough for a replicator to copy itself. This was only at very beginning, at easy levels. Now, for survival, you also need to transmit information about the environment. The replicator whose information quality is better survives. Did you find out that there is oxygen around? Create lungs? Survived. Did you find out that it's cold all around, changed the host's metabolism, warmed up the blood, and survived. Good information, one thing, life. Bad information, zero, death. Biological computer. The replicator does not have consequences like us. It's curious. He doesn't need it because he's not involved in operational management. Through trial and error, the replicator accumulates information about the environment over billions of years and learns to control it through its media. Those replicators that have good information are successful and they survive. The rest die. We people, just like other animals, are the closest modified environment. We are those machines. Changing which is the replicator goes into eternity. Our task is to serve this biological computer until it comes up with something more perfect than us. So, this reality consists of energy that changes its form, on which is matter. Simple elements of matter, atoms, can accidentally combine into complex matter, molecules, and acquire new properties, emergence. One of which is life, that is reproduction of itself. This replication works like a biological computer, calculating and storing information about the environment. To put it simply, life is complexly organized matter that accumulates knowledge to control the energy of this reality. Think about it. If you found this video informative and enjoyable, you can give me thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for new interesting video. Please leave the comments down below about what is the main reason of our existence. I would love to read it, all your thoughts. Thank you so much, my dear, for your time and attention, and see you in the next video. Bye.